Decimals to fractions. Converting decimals to fractions. It's fairly quick. Here's the answer, 6/10. Now, if you're pretty good with place values, what it is the last place value. That's tenths, so you put tenths. Tenths, hundredths, last place value would be hundredths. And then tenths, hundredths, thousandths, last place value is thousandths. But there's a simpler way. If you look at it, how many decimal places? 1. How many zeros? 1. 1 decimal, 1 0. It's always going to have that direct correlation, because if you have tenths, you get 1 0. You have hundredths, you get 2 zeros. Thousandths, you get 3. So 2 decimal places, 2 zeros. 3 decimal places, 3 zeros. And then you can just take whatever's in the decimal part and place it on the numerator. And then there is your fraction. You still have to reduce it. So this would be 3/5. These have a 5 in common. So that would be 13/20. And then over here we have a 2 in common. Now, why am I only looking at 2s and 5s? Well, whenever you have a denominator, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, hundreds is made up of 2 tens. Thousands is made up of 3 tens. 10 thousandths, 4 tens. What's a 10 made up of? 2s and 5s. So when you reduce these fractions, all you have to do is look for 2s and 5s. That's it. So we know that 654 is even, but it does not end in a 5. So we know we just have to worry about the 2s. You may have more than one 2. So like 654 divided by 2 is 327. And that's 500. And that's it. 327 out of 500. Here, you don't believe me? Here's a calculator. Let's check it. 327 divided by 500, 0.654. 0.654. It's the same fraction. That's it. Well, what if you have a whole part? So if we have 1.6, then what do? Well, you have an option. What I'm going to show you, though, is the mixed form. And then I'll show you the other form. So the mixed form is this. You have a whole part, which is 1. And then you have the fraction part, which was 6/10. And we already know 6/10 reduces to 3/5. So that's 1 and 3/5. The other option is to just write it as an improper fraction, because all mixed numbers are improper fractions. And we already know the denominator is 10. It has to be. That's it. And then we just take all the numbers and put them on top. So that would be 8/5. They are the same answer. Now, my preference is to write it as a mixed number, but in some cases, writing them as an improper will actually work better. So you do need to know both. So I want you to try that for these two. I want you to give me the mixed form and the improper form. So hit pause and give them a shot. All right, these are the answers you should have gotten. There it is for the mixed form, and there's the improper. And then over here is our mixed form, and then that is the improper. If you didn't get them, rewind the video, try it again. Make sure they match. All right, and here's the answer for the last 3. Sorry, there's more than one here. Answers for the last 3. I did not give the improper form because, well, I just wanted to give the mixed. If you want to find the improper, you can change them from a mixed number to an improper fraction, and make sure that they check. All right, last part that we have here, this is called repeating decimals. So all of these up here are rational ending decimals. And then down here we have more rational numbers, and these are repeating decimals. So before we even start it, what I want you to do is take your calculator out. If you don't have a calculator, use the one on the computer. And divide 2 by 9, 35 by 99, 174 by 99, and so on. Just those first 5 on top. And see if you can figure out a pattern. Look at them for a little bit. When you think you got the pattern, then replay undo the pause on your video, and we'll see if you got it correct. So hit pause now and give them a shot. All right, these are the decimals you should have gotten, and I hope you've seen the pattern here. So if you look at it, we had 1 9, 1 repetition. This is the pattern. 2 9s, 2 repetitions. You should have gotten 35, 35, 35. 3 9s, we get 3 numbers in our repetition. 174, 174, 174. And same thing, you had 3 9s, so it's not 5 1 5 1 5 1. It's 0 5 1 0 5 1 0 5 1 0 5 1. And then over here we have two 9s, so we had a repetition of two numbers, which is 35, 35, and then these two zeros here, just put two zeros in front. Each zero that you add past those two 9s or whatever number 9s you have repetition, all it does is place zeros in front before the repetition. See, here's the calculator. Just magically appeared, huh? The calculator, so if we put in 5, 6 divided by 9, 9, those two 9s are going to cause that 5, 6 to represent. Because we have two 9s, we get to repeat two digits. And then put 0, 0, we'll get two zeros in front. There it is. Two zeros in front, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Let's try it again. 8, 9, 5 divided by, and we're going to repeat the three digits. We'll put a 0 in front. And there it is. 0 and then 1, 8, 9, 5, 8, 9, 5, 8, 9, 5. Watch this get trickier. We'll do 57 divided by, and we're going to repeat three digits. So now this will be 0, 5, 7, 0, 5, 7, 0, 5, 7. Put a 0 in front. And we start with 0, and then it's 0, 5, 7, 0, 5, 7, 0, 5, 7. So now you understand how to do these little fractions. If you're given this fraction, you can tell what the repeating is. So now if you know the repeating, you can go in reverse. So we have a whole part here. And this is 4, and we have a 4 repeating one time. This is a 2, and then we have 3, 5, and it's repeating two of our digits. We have a two-digit repetition. And then over here we have 5, 6, 7, and we have a three-digit repetition, so we need three 9s. Same thing, 5, 6, 7, three-digit repetition, but we also have two zeros in front. And then that is our answer. And if you don't believe me, plug it in your calculator and check. So let's get that little calculator back. 5, 6, 7 divided by 9, 9, 9, 1, 2, 3. Oops, one too many. And then there it is, 0.00. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. They're not that bad. So just remember that. If you have one digit that's being repeated, you have a 9 on the denominator. Two digits repeated, two 9s. Now they do get a little bit trickier. So if you had like 1 and then a repetition of 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. So sorry. If you have something like this, 0.1 and then 5, 6. It's not as clean. It's not going to be 1, 5, 6 over 9. What we have here is 1/10 plus, and this is where it gets tricky, 5, 6, 9, 9 with a 0, and then you have to add them together. It's a little bit trickier. But hopefully we will not run into any of those because we're doing very, very basics. So again, if you see two repetition and it's just the decimal that's repeating, it's two 9s. If it's three decimals, three 9s. I keep saying decimals. Three digits, three 9s, and then two zeros in front. You get two zeros on the end. You can always check it using your calculator to make sure it works. It's a quick way to make repeating decimals into fractions. And that's why if you've ever seen our most basic 0.3, this would be 3 over 9. It's one digit of repetition. We have a 3, and then if you reduce it, you get 1/3. It's our standard 1/3. All right, thank you.